Megatron, let me help you!
No.
But I am here.
No.
The AllSpark will go nowhere with the likes of you.
Whatever.
Welcome everyone, this is Comedy Cam, and today we're going to be talking about the butcherization of Beast Wars Megatron in the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom series. Now I've done a lot of videos already, but that's mostly talking about the voice. In this video I just kind of want to center on the character of Beast Megatron in the Kingdom series, because I think I've expressed already of how much the voice does not suit the character of Beast Megatron. Now yes, this is a different Beast Megatron compared to the Beast Wars, and that's kind of the issue really. You know, this is one of the most drastic differences out of the entire Kingdom series. A majority of the Beast Wars cast kind of retain their original counterparts' traits, but I think the two drastic ones are Dinobot and Megatron. But I'm going to be just talking about Megatron for this video, and I'm just going to talk about in this video how I felt like Beast Megatron served no purpose to the story whatsoever. He was simply there just to be a kiss ass to Megatron, and I think they really missed the mark. They had a golden opportunity here to play around with the different character dynamics of Megatron and Beast Megatron, you know, borrowing traits from their original Generation 1 and Beast Wars counterpart and merging them back, kind of expanding upon what Beast Wars couldn't, because the Beast Wars plot was very different. You know, this time we have the characters interacting with each other from different timelines. Beast Wars obviously didn't have that, you know, they were in stasis, the G1 Autobots and Decepticons, and they just kind of sacrificed the character of Beast Megatron just to serve the purpose of giving him the golden disc, sucking up to Megatron, making a few slapshot jokes about his name. You know, it felt like the namesake that Megatron, Beast Megatron, chose for Megatron was just kind of thrown around for humor, like there wasn't any sort of depth or kind of really solid like inspiration to why he took his name in the first place. Because the original Beast Wars Megatron, if they adapted that personality like they adapted to the other personalities, you know, we have Optimus Prime, very similar to how he was in the Beast Wars cartoon. Same for the Maximals, you know, they retained the similar traits to the original Beast Wars cartoon, but for this Megatron they just decided to scrap all that. And yes, I'm all for something new, but then if that something new kind of just makes the story worse, rubbish and uninteresting, then it's not worth it. It's not worth the change. They made Beast Wars Megatron uninteresting, and they had a golden opportunity to expand on his original traits and counterparts. Because Beast Wars Megatron had a sort of god complex to him.
I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end.
Do not fire, Megatron! I have a hostage!
Why, so you do.
Megatron, let me help you!
Even though he shared the name of Generation 1 Megatron, this Megatron was an individual on his own. Like, he was his own being. He had his own ambitions, he had his own goals. Like, just look at this difference from Beast Wars Megatron meeting Generation 1 Megatron compared to Kingdom's Beast Megatron meeting War for Cybertron Megatron.
Megatron, greatest leader of the Decepticons, my namesake. Yours is the first chapter in the history of Cybertron, a chapter that is about to be rewritten.
It is you, isn't it? Yes, Lord Megatron, at last. Megatron, greatest leader of the Decepticons, my namesake, whose destiny lies in an endless war. That is, until now.
You could tell the difference between those Megatrons, that they are not the same. You know, Beast Wars Megatron, when he sees Generation 1 Megatron, has a sense of honor and respect when he first sees him, but realizes that he's not going to allow that to kind of get in the way of his goals. But as we see in Kingdom, Beast Megatron is quick to kneel straight away, kissing his ass. Now I would have been okay with this if he was just kind of doing it for show, you know, like he has a plan in mind. You know, he's only just doing it to get more information of why they're there. But I lose all respect for this Kingdom Megatron, you know, when he just kneels straight away and kind of just like gives him all of his arsenal and sort of stops being a leader to his other Predacons and just lets him lead. Now, to be honest, I wanted David Cage to voice Megatron in this series, but after seeing the characterization of Megatron with the dialogue lines that he's given towards, War of Cybertron Megatron, I actually don't think David Cage's voice would have suited at all. It would have been totally different, the tone of his voice compared to what's on the dialogue, what's written. I think if David Cage saw the script for this, if he was asked to voice, he'd be like, I don't remember voicing a character like this. This was not the Beast Wars Megatron I remember. Everything good about Beast Wars Megatron, what stood him out from the rest, is just completely stripped away in this season, and he just becomes a two-dimensional character and kind of just vanishes from the background every so often. Like, he only shows up when Megatron is either hurt or injured, and he's there to save his ass. And I just thought it was embarrassing and actually funny, especially the way how the dialogue was being delivered. I just thought, oh my god, I wouldn't want this guy taking on my name. If I was War for Cybertron Megatron, I'd be like, this guy? Really? Him? Like, him? And just because the writers acknowledge Beast Megatron, sucking up to regular Megatron, and having him make jokes about it, and telling him, no, you got to choose a different name, doesn't make it better. It doesn't make for an interesting character dynamic as well. If you have the character of Beast Wars Megatron, in this series with Kingdom, then the threat level of the Predacons and Decepticons would be so much higher because you've got two forces to be reckoned with here. They are clever and powerful characters, and the Autobots and Maximals should be very cautious of what their next move will be because you've got two powerful characters in play now. It would have just been great having them bantering backwards and forwards, playing off each other, because they've got very different minds. Yes, they've got the same name, but they have very different minds, and they could contribute and make even more genius plans on how to defeat the Maximals and Autobots. But this isn't supposed to be an identity crisis sort of thing that they try and play with. They try and have Beast Megatron kind of conflicted with his identity and with his fight, with Optimus Prime, or like, you are your own being, and it's like, what? This isn't an identity crisis kind of thing. He just shares his name. It doesn't mean he's the exact same as this Megatron. Yes, they share the same name, but they are totally different characters. That's what Beast Wars showed us, that this Megatron is not the same as his Generation 1 counterpart. And that's what all the fans remember. That's what they come to love about Beast Megatron, and that's why they were excited to see him in Kingdom. And it's like, who is this being written for? Like, you say this show is meant for the fans, but the fans are just looking at this and going, what have you done to my childhood? What have you done to this Beast Megatron that I've been waiting to see for a long time? Because he's been put on ice, we've not had him since Beast Machines, and this is his big return, and you're just going to make him a slapstick kind of kiss ass? It's like, what? So I don't know why the writers went with such a lazy sort of tactic to make this sort of an identity crisis sort of thing, because either way it doesn't really get resolved in the end, because the Beast Megatron just kind of vanishes after a few episodes. He just kind of fades into the background, and he just kind of shows up towards the end of the episodes when the Maximals combine the Autobots and Predacons to go up against Megatron and Galvatron, and he's just kind of there in the back. And that's it, turns into T-Rex mode and fights Galvatron a little bit, and that's it. Maybe if they were given, more than just 6 episodes, they probably could have expanded it and made it better, but obviously, they just kind of crammed a lot of ideas in within the 6 episodes. They were given an opportunity here to write their Transformers, but unfortunately Netflix only gave them 6 episodes. But I'm not going to be judging it on what ifs or could have been, so I'm just going to judge it on what it is for the 6 episodes, and I think the concept was not really well thought out. I don't think they kind of understood what made Beast Wars Megatron such a standout to begin with, and why fans were anticipating that and hoping that that dynamic would return. It's like, you're going to make the other Beast Wars characters similar to their original counterparts, but not him. It's like, okay, why? You had so much Ryan potential if you kept him to his original roots. Like, you could have expanded on it a lot more with him actually interacting with this War for Cybertron Megatron. It's not just the voice, that did it. It's the writing as well. The performance, the dialogue lines. There's so much exposition. This Beast Wars Megatron is given. There's no sort of mystery to him. It's just exposition all over, and it's kind of like that for all the characters actually in Kingdom. They're mostly just exposition. No kind of interesting character dynamics. There's no kind of mystery to any of them. They're just pretty much telling you who they are straight away, and it's like, it's too flatlined and two-dimensional for me to really care about these characters or to be invested in them. And it's a shame, because in Beast Wars you were excited for the journey that these characters were on. Yeah, Megatron wanted world domination, but you loved watching him play. Like, you loved watching him. and I did not love watching this Megatron at all. Anyway guys, that's all I've got to say about Kingdom Beast Megatron. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. How did you feel about his characterization in Kingdom? Did you think they butchered it, or did you actually like it? And I'm actually curious to know why you liked it. Like, this isn't sarcasm, like, I'm actually super curious. Like, tell me in the comments, because I like hearing different opinions, even if, you know, they're completely different to mine. Just let me know, and let's have a discussion about it. I'll be doing more Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom videos down the line, so be sure to stay tuned and click on that notification bell to get all updates instantly. This has been Cam, and until the next video, goodbye.